My name is Angele Douglas, and I am an LLM student at American University College of Law, and I'm getting my LLM in Law and Government with an emphasis on Africa and the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. Currently, I am working at the Malaria Policy Center as an intern, and I assist Ben Brophy as well as Ambassador Mark Green with whatever projects they need me to work on, mostly dealing with research and congressional outreach. I became interested in malaria because of my Peace Corps experience. I served in the class that served in Peace Corps Tanzania from 2005 to 2007. During that time, I was an HIV/AIDS volunteer working in community health in Karatu, Tanzania, which is right outside the Ngorongoro area. And during that time, I had an opportunity to unfortunately witness a lot of malaria deaths as well as severe malaria cases, in addition to working with the HIV/AIDS clinic. During my Peace Corps experience, after training, we were all sent to our respective sites at a private hospital. So when I got there, the worst case of malaria that I've ever seen was when I first arrived. I want to say it was maybe the first or second week I was there. I assisted the sole doctor that was at the hospital, and there was this little girl that came in with her mother. Her mother was carrying her. If you can imagine, you're walking into a place that's filled with hundreds of people, but we only had 100 beds to take care of everyone, and this mother rushes in with her daughter in her arm. Her daughter's unconscious, and she says that her daughter wasn't breathing, or she couldn't really feel any breath coming from her. And she told us that she had been suffering from malaria symptoms for the past couple of weeks, but that she had fainted and had not woken up in the past hour or two. So she said that she had gotten onto a dala, which is a form of transportation. It's basically a van. And she had gotten onto the dala and gotten access to us. And she came, and her daughter again was limp. No sign of life. The doctor took her into his care and started running all sorts of tests on her and determined that she had malaria, but that she had slipped into a coma. And although he administered drugs and did everything that he in his power knew how to do, the little girl died. And so the mother was very devastated, could not believe that her daughter had died from something that was so preventable. And it was just a sad occasion all around because malaria is so preventable. There are so many drugs available, but this mother had not had any access to any of those because her town was an hour outside of the hospital. There were no dispensaries around for her to get any medicine. And honestly, if she had any dispensaries, she probably did not have the money to do so. So it was just a very sad occasion, and it allowed me to see how inaccessible a lot of malaria meds are, how inaccessible treating and getting well from malaria is for most of the people in East Africa. My one message to people in the United States about malaria is that malaria used to ravage the United States, but the CDC was created to eradicate malaria, and we were successful with that because we have a lot of resources here, namely money and access to medical care. However, in a lot of developing countries, this is not the case. A lot of people do not have access to cars or public transportation to even reach dispensaries or even reach hospitals in order to get treated for malaria, and they don't even recognize a lot of the symptoms. So if anyone here could participate in getting money out to the necessary areas, as well as advocating for educating people who need access to this information, please do.